Someone once told me they were being bullied. Not by words, not by whispers, but full-on, daily, physical bullying. And I remember thinking, why? Why would anyone want to hurt someone so kind and quiet? What would make someone want to hurt another person like that? That moment made me realize something. It made me want to understand. Not just the kids who are being bullied, but the ones who are doing the bullying too. Ever since I was little, I've loved acting. But through this project, I've realized that acting and filmmaking aren't just about performance. They're powerful tools for change. And with just one short film, we can shift the way people perceive important issues and inspire new ways of thinking. Have you ever wondered what makes a bully a bully? I have. Hi, I'm Isla. Many times I've stood up for a person being bullied, but I never really stopped to ask, why is a person bullying people in the first place? It wasn't until I started on my quest that I began to look at bullying in a different way. I realized that the bully is hurting just as much as the person they're bullying. We just may not see it. So as a part of my quest, and because I absolutely love acting, I decided to make a short film. It's called Hurt People, Hurt People. It explores the pain behind the bully and the value of empathy. So to start off, I did some research, and here's what I found. 1 in 5 students report being bullied at school, and it's most common in middle school. And interestingly, bullying happens more often to girls than to boys. Another study showed that kids who grow up in difficult homes are more likely to bully others, and that kids who bully and are bullied are at a greater risk of committing suicide, are more likely to miss school and do drugs and alcohol. That made me realize something big. There are always 2 stories, and both sides deserve to be heard. So I teamed up with a film director named Joseph, who is also a well-known actor who you may have seen in different movies. I'd been doing some acting with him over the past year, and I was very lucky he agreed to mentor me. Not just as an actor, but as a filmmaker. And let me tell you, making a movie is not easy. First, I had to come up with a title, and after lots of bad ideas, I landed on Hurt People, Hurt People. And it just felt right. Then I had a 2-hour mentoring session with Joseph, where he explained the process. I interviewed 2 of my friends who've had experiences with bullying, because since I've never been bullied, I wouldn't have been able to write a realistic story. And what they said gave me some very good ideas. My film is now inspired by those interviews. Then came the script, which of course was perfect on the first try. But what I didn't realize is that I had to do a treatment before the script. And I had no idea what that was, so I Googled it. The definition of a treatment is a detailed multi-page document that summarizes a film's story. It acts as a roadmap for the entire film, outlining the plot, character arcs, and key scenes, before the script is written. That took quite a few hours of mentoring calls with Joseph, and shouting at my mum. Sorry, Mum. Then I had more mentoring sessions, and I rewrote the script. Then I wrote it again. And again, and again, and again, and again. And in fact, Joseph told me that the script is never finished. But that did not stop me from thinking that it was finished. Then we broke into scenes, planned the visuals, camera angles, and casting. I announced my auditions, and I got no response. So I sent out an email, and I got one person, who is now playing Alex. And he was perfect for the part. I announced my movie again, and I now had my actors. At which point I should thank Amaranth, Tala, Kaio, and Lily. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. You were perfect for the parts. It took months of planning and lots of stress. I didn't know what I was doing, but I kept going, never giving up. Rehearsals were always fun, but a lot of the time it was very hard to get everyone to listen. And then came the filming. It took forever to find a date where we could all film. And when we finally did, I got sick. And I mean really sick. So we once again had to move the date, making the already little time we had to edit even shorter. On the day we were filming, we had a problem. It was cross-country. There was loud music and kids screaming, making filming very difficult. But this was the only day we could film on, so we figured it out. Each scene we did took 1 to 2 hours to film, having to do retake after retake, changing angles every couple of minutes. But it was so worth it, because every time we finished a scene, I thought to myself, I cannot believe I wrote this. This is something I have been working on for months, and it's finally coming to life. One of the most impactful yet important scenes in my movie is actually very dark, and the actor who did it was incredible, in a way so heartbreaking that it looked real. So let me show you some interviews with my actors.
Hi, my name's Amarance, and I'm playing Scarlett, who is the bully. Go.
Hi, my name is Tala. I play Gabby.
My name is Kyle. I play Alex. And
my name's Lily, and I'm playing Teacher's Pet.
Hi, I'm Finley, and I am a background character.
My favorite scene is pouring water over Tala's head.
My favorite scene is when I get dumped with water.
It's probably the water scene.
Be actually my scene.
Bumping into Tala.
Oh, I expected it to be like just something like simple and quick. When it's something really cool and really complex, and like we're getting a lot of tips too. It's really good.
And actually a really good experience. And I think Isla's doing an amazing job being like this young and actually doing this. It's quite amazing.
She is a pretty good director.
She's really good. Oh, she's gonna be like, all right, this is like her first time, but she's like, she had the script, like she like helped was like amazing, and like she's been really good, really been direct of what she wanted.
So you're probably wondering what my film's about. It's about this girl named Scarlett. She's having a rough time at home, and at school she takes that pain out on another girl, Gabby. But instead of fighting back, Gabby does something different. She cares. She sees Scarlett for who she really is, someone hurting, someone in need of help. And in that moment, something changes, because empathy can break a cycle that punishment can't. This film is my way of saying, we shouldn't just protect the victim, we should try to understand the bully too. Because sometimes, the person who seems the strongest is actually the most broken. And sometimes, the smallest bit of kindness can stop the hurt from spreading. So next time, instead of punishing the bully, try to understand that hurt people hurt people. Maybe that will make a difference. So after months of working on it, I'm so incredibly excited to show you a teaser from my film.
I felt really, really lonely. I felt the same every day, like nothing could make me happy.
How many times have you got to be told? You know what happens when you don't listen. Now get yourself over here.
Thank you to my incredible mentor, co-producer and co-director Joseph, and the crew for helping me through everything. Pat and Ibuanji for being my advisors. The 2 people I interviewed. My mum for not killing me and sticking by me the whole time. And my dad for calming me down. It was stressful, but I learned a lot. And I'm so thankful for the experience. My aim is to get my film into a film festival where we can raise awareness of bullying. And my film will be shown for the first time at Green School on the 16th of June. I invite you all to help raise awareness of bullying by sharing my trailer using this QR code. And if you would like to watch the full movie, you can watch it on the 17th, from the 17th of June using the same QR code. And lastly, on behalf of everyone in grade 8, I would like to thank you all for coming and watching 2 whole days of Quest. And like I said when I finished filming my movie, I'm taking it upon myself to say, that's a wrap, people. Thanks for listening.